What's the best time for a person to apply to a university, particularly for the major intakes?
6 months or 5 months is not enough time to, help them prepare or build on their profile. So if we talk about those students who are aiming for the 26 intake, then for them, they should get everything done, start working on their LORs, talk to the recommenders. Nobody should wait for another year to take the CAT exam, and then especially the verbal part is pretty much difficult. It's more difficult than GRE and GMAT. So an MBA, of course, MBA would not be an ideal program for them. And, there are certain universities in Europe where a CAT score is.
Without a CAT score, is it possible for me to get a good universities abroad? Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another session of Insights on Overseas Education with ET Education Services. Once again, we've got Fiona, Claudia, and Vashesh with us, and she will go on and help us clarifying the doubts that we all have about overseas education. And one of the most commonly asked question that we get, which is when exactly should one be applying to a university overseas, is the one that we'll be tackling today. So once again, madam, welcome to our insight session. And once again, we're looking forward to some nuggets of wisdom from you. This time particularly, what we want to know is when one applies to a college overseas, what's the best time for a person to apply to a university, particularly for the major intakes?
Thank you so much for having me again, Mr. Vashisht. So when we talk about the application process, any application process for any intake, be it the major intake or even the mid intake, should begin at least 8 to say 12 months in advance, so that we have ample of time to understand, which universities a student wants to apply at, the kind of requirements that are present for the the admissions process, any requirements that the ADCOM requires as well. So we should be in a better place in order to prepare well for any applications, and we shouldn't be in a hurry to apply. So 8 to 12 months is a good enough time.
All right. So imagine if a student comes to us and he wants to apply to the US, say for example, in the month of January.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll have ample time to go on and get his application process sorted?
Okay, so if we take US into account, which is of course one of the major destinations for a lot of students from India, Jan would be a month where you wouldn't have a lot of universities open for the major intake, that is the fall intake. Most of the universities will have completed their first two deadlines. So the first two or the first initial deadlines that they have start from say November and December as well. So Jan, yes, we can have some applications at certain universities, but we'll have to start off pretty soon. So we don't have much time. Maybe we have say 3 weeks or 4 weeks in hand. So we'll have to prepare well. And the students should have completed most of the application requirements, like any test that needs to be taken, maybe some preparation of the SOP or the personal statement that is required. And the rest, of course, we'll be doing from our end about, shortlisting universities where, the intake is still open, where the deadlines are open. So we can apply, but we should not think of, applications at most of the high ranked universities in US, because most of the deadlines are done with already.
All right. So, madam, when you say that, see, I'll be very honest. When we get students, there is one chunk that comes to us, with a good profile. When I say good profile, a profile that matches the requirements of a university as well. But then there is one chunk that comes to us, and we've really got to work on their profile building as well. So when you say that one should start the process 8 to 12 months in advance,
Right.
is that time enough for profile building as well?
Thank you so much for asking that question, because we do have a lot of students who want to apply at top ranked institutions anywhere in the world, and they come to us say 6 months or 7 months before the applications begin,
Indeed,
right?
that's the truth.
Right. So there, 6 months or 5 months is not enough time to help them prepare or build on their profile. So in order to build somebody's profile, it takes somewhere around a year, because when we talk about building a profile for institutions, for universities, you have a lot of things that are included there. So say for example, if somebody wants to go in for an internship, so an internship should be roughly at least a minimum of 3 months, right? It can go up to 6 months as well, which is good enough. Then you have certain people who work on projects. So even a project, if you look at that, takes somewhere around 2 to 3 months to complete, right? If we talk about certain people who want to have certain research papers published, now that takes a lot of time. So there, the gestation period for from the inception of the research proposal till the having it printed in the journals
Having it
would
published in
published
could
in
be
journals
couple of
could be
months.
somewhere around a year as well. So anyone who wants to build a profile accordingly will have to come at least say 1 to 1.5 years ahead of the application commencement.
All right. So, madam, just to make things very easy for anyone, of course, who wants to apply to a university overseas, would it be possible for you to go on and give us, in a manner of speaking, a breakup of the entire timeline? As in, when if somebody comes for, say, for example, profile building as well, how much time should be given to profile building, and then what's the ideal month? And here, let's talk about, for example, the fall intake. Now, in the
Right.
fall intake, which month is the ideal month that the person should be done with their profile building? When should they be done with their essays? And
Right.
by when should their applications, in an ideal situation?
Okay, so here I think we should take the fall 26 intake into account because 25 is kind of very close. So if we talk about those students who are aiming for the 26 intake, then for them, they should complete their profile by say May or June of 2025. So they should have everything completed by then. Then start working on the shortlisting of universities, understanding the requirements, whether a GRE, GMAT is required or not. Prepare for those exams because preparation for GMAT, GRE in itself takes around 3 months. I mean, if you talk about proper preparation, it's around 3 months, right? So
And I'm
when
sure it can be longer as well.
yes, it can be longer dependent on how the student performs. So there, if we talk about 3 months there, they should be done with their preparation. They should have taken the test, say, by, say, July. Have their test scores in hand, IELTS and TOEFL, whatever is required, they can give that as well and have the scores in hand. Get everything done, start working on their LORs, talk to their recommenders, professors or, employers or their managers, wherever they work, get those in order. Start preparation of their SOPs, personal statements or whatever is required. Finalize universities
And by when should the essay part be done?
that
Yes.
should be done somewhere around August, September. Once that is done, then we have to finalize universities and send out the applications beginning, say, November at least.
All right. That's a very important piece of information. Anyone who is planning to apply in the 26th intake, please ensure that you note down these months, and for an ideal situation, you abide to the months as well. However, Narb, while you answer this question, I noticed that you said that let's take the 26 intake into picture because 25 is nigh already. So, it's a very curious question that I have, considering that we are in India, and when we talk about India, I suppose everyone understands that one exam that people who specifically want to do an MBA look for is called CAT.
Right.
And we understand in just November, the exam called CAT happened, and of course, it went good for certain people, it went bad for certain people, it was just average for certain people. Now, for all these people who could not perform well in CAT, and when then they go to certain people, certain institutes, and they're asked to prepare again, give a year's duration again for the preparation. Is there some option available for these people as well? Can these people look for overseas education? And will this education be at par with what they'll get in India after doing or after cracking CAT, say, for example?
Okay, so yes, there are a lot of students, like you mentioned, who haven't got the scores required for them to get into IIMs or the top P schools in India. But I'm sure that there are certain colleges in India who still have certain exams which they can take.
Which, of course, we've still got ZAT.
Exactly. So they can try out for that as well. But yes, I mean, if you have to talk about waiting for a year, I don't think that should be an ideal situation for anyone. Nobody should wait for another year to take the CAT exam and then start off the application process, because if they have to take it again, it will cost them an entire year.
But they can, of course, go on and work for that duration and then opt for CAT.
They do, but I think most of the students whom I come in contact with generally don't work along with the preparation of CAT, because it takes out a lot from their daily routine. They have to prepare a lot.
It's a trying test.
Exactly, especially the verbal part is pretty much difficult. It's more difficult than GRE and GMAT, so there I'm sure that it will not be a very good time for them not to work and just prepare CAT. So there they have a lot of options. Even in India, of course, they can go in for certain courses, certain good colleges, but they have an option to go overseas as well. So if you talk about, say, an MBA, of course, MBA would not be an ideal program for them since they do not have any professional experience. They can go in for certain specialized master's degree, and there are certain universities in Europe where a CAT score is acceptable. So there are certain top ranked institutions where even CAT can be accepted. Even if you haven't had a very good score, we can check where your scores match, and some places, most of the places, you can apply for a specialized masters without a GMAT or a CAT as well. So there you have options, and you won't even have to wait that long, and you can start off your program next year, that's 25.
So that's my question, if, because understand, if I am applying for CAT, I am looking for the most prestigious colleges in India. Right? Now, without a CAT score, is it possible for me to get a good universities abroad?
Yes, there are, because when you talk about B school deadlines, most of them will have rolling deadlines. Some universities, of course, will have certain deadlines. We have the second and the third deadlines in January for a lot of B schools.
Oh, wow.
So you can actually still apply for those, but of course, we have to act fast. We have to get the application ready in terms of essays and preparation of interviews for their admissions. So that is still possible, and a lot of universities are still open. If you talk about, say, universities in Europe, including UK and Ireland, you have a lot of options there. So yes, we still are in time, but we shouldn't delay it further than January.
And at this moment specifically, do I still have opportunities to target, say, for example, the Russell Group universities in the UK or the Ivy Leagues in the US? Do I have an opportunity right now?
Yes, you have an opportunity, of course. You do have an opportunity, but as I said, we shouldn't delay it more than Jan. So
Make a note of that. Everyone who appeared for CAT and unfortunately could not really get a good score, you have an opportunity to apply at both the Ivy Leagues and the Russell Group universities, which are fantastic, which means your hopes are still alive. Once again, that was an important piece of information, madam. I'm sure that with a lot of people giving CAT, you've just given them a ray of hope. I understand, and I'd like to emphasize that point. You must ensure that you do not delay the process any further. Again, ma'am, thank you so much for that advice. I'm sure that today the question that you've catered to has helped a lot and will help a lot of students in terms of applying the right way for their next intake. Also, I really appreciate you answering and clarifying things about CAT as well, because this is the time that a lot of students go on and look for higher studies as well. So thank you for your presence. Thank you for answering a lot of questions. And again, my viewers, I am sure that you would have certain questions related to your own higher studies, be it in India, be it overseas. If you haven't really performed well in a specific test, let's explore what are your options. Do ensure that you follow us on our different social media handles. And for any query that you have or any topic that you want us to cover, please mention the same in the comments. For the rest, all of you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next session of Insights on Overseas Education.